Hi, everybody. My name is Lauren. I'm a licensed esthetician with Art of Skincare, and today we have a very exciting show. We are here with clinical educator Alison from Is Clinical. She has been working with Is Clinical brand for since 2012, and I'm so excited to have her here today. Is Clinical is the antioxidant brand, and antioxidants are fantastic and essential any time of year, but I really feel like we start to talk about them a lot more as we're starting to see that sunshine a bit more. So today we're going to take a deep dive and really pick Allison's brain. So thank you so much for being here, Allison.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited.
Absolutely. So I'm just going to get right into it. Is clinical, we actually talked about this before the show as a little tangential. So even at Art of Skincare headquarters, we are a little bit back and forth about how to pronounce the brand name. So we'll hear often some of us go IS clinical or is clinical, sometimes switch between the two. And so I have confirmed it is pronounced is clinical because it is clinical. And I love that. And the IS in is clinical stands for innovative skincare. So I just absolutely love that. And it stands true to the products because they are incredibly innovative and they were very ahead of their time with some of their fantastic ingredients, which I guess we'll kind of jump into. The first of which I really wanted to talk about today, Allison, was extremozymes. We've kind of covered this in the past before, but I really just want to hear from you because it's such a special ingredient. I want to hear how it benefits the skin, how it affects the skin, and maybe what your favorite products within Is Clinical that has those extremozymes.
Yes, I love extreme enzymes. Actually, it's one of my favorite key ingredients that we have in numerous is clinical products. Um, Extreme enzymes are basically enzymes that live on extremophilic plants. And extremophilic plants are those types of plants that survive in extreme climates. So you want to think of, the Swiss Alps, the deep sea, the desert, and how these plants actually survive in this really harsh extreme climate are through these enzymes that keep the DNA alive and thriving. So these extreme enzymes do the same thing for the plants that they do for our DNA. So you want to think about extreme enzymes being like bubble wrap for the DNA. So they're going to repair, renew, and protect our DNA. It's going to repair and renew any kind of past damage, and it's going to protect our DNA from further damage. Um, we have originally we thought that there was only like one type of extreme enzyme, but now we have up to 8 different types of extreme enzymes in our products. And like I said, it's found in numerous different products. One of my favorite products that it's currently found in is the Active Peel System. It's one of our newer products, and that is a 2-step at-home peel pad. These are amazing to improve texture on the skin, improve pigmentation, fine lines and wrinkles, breakouts, minimize pore size, just overall tone and texture. And you'll use this product at night. What you're going to do is you're going to cleanse the skin. You're going to apply the first towelette. I usually do my face, my neck, my chest, my arms, my hands, and then you wait 3 minutes. You'll have a cooling, tingling sensation and applied towelette 2, and then you just go to sleep and you wake up with beautiful, glowing skin. Another product I love that the Extreme Enzymes are in is our Extreme Protect 30 and Extreme Protect 40. These are 2 of our SPFs. And these Extreme Protect products are a 3-in-1 concept. So they not only is your SPF, but it's going to be your moisturizer and your treatment product. So these 2 SPFs are loaded with extreme enzymes, which are really going to give us that DNA repair and protection that's needed. They also obviously have the UVA, UVB broad spectrum protection. They protect against blue light. They protect against infrared light. They're anti-inflammatory, they're antioxidant rich. So you really can't go wrong with either of those. And it's a great minimalist product too, because it is that 3-in-1. What's your favorite product that has extreme enzymes in it?
You actually just mentioned two of my favorite. I will say, just going off of that, is I actually, you know, as an esthetician, if one of my clients were to come to me right now and say, Lauren, I want to start a peel system, depending on where they live, I mean, we're already getting into those hot months right now. So depending on their climate, I might tell them, let's hold off on that until fall. But listen, I'm an esthetician. I'm always going to be my own guinea pig. And so last night I actually started. I've used the peel system before with Is Clinical. Ironically, I think about this time last year. But I just started my first of 30 days last night. And I did that because I love this peel system. It smells fantastic, but because I know how beautiful it makes the skin look, I wanted to use it last night. I have no makeup on today. I have a little bit of eyebrow powder on, but no makeup, no tinted SPF whatsoever. And of course, I'm always going to be a little bit rosy, but look at how dewy my skin looks.
Yeah, your skin is glowing. It really is.
I love the peel system. It's fantastic. And I do love Extreme Protect. Um, Again, especially because it's such a minimalist product. So we have clients that, rightfully so, are just like, I don't want to do that much. I want for my products to work for me, and I want to use as little as possible. And Extreme Protect is just that hero winning product. I will say one of my other favorites, and I swear I would use this as aromatherapy in my home. It'd be a little bit pricey to do so, but Youth Body Serum
Oh,
is
love.
just such a staple to me. It leaves the skin feeling so nourished. You feel hydrated, you have this beautiful glow to the skin, and really honestly, after first use, your skin feels healthier. It feels a little bit more resilient. So I would have to say, if I'm picking favorites, Youth Body Serum would have to be it for me.
Yeah, the Youth Body Serum is great because it's this lightweight mist. It's going to give you that DNA protection. It's going to protect against environmental aggressors. It's going to minimize signs of aging. It's going to hydrate the skin, anti-inflammatory, antioxidant rich. It has this beautiful, beautiful scent to it, which is actually watermelon extract, but it's
Oh.
just like, it smells like summer, really does. And it improves, dryness, scaliness, the little bumps you can get on the backs of your arms. I just love it for my arms, my legs, my chest. Oh, I could bathe in
I'm right
it.
there with you. I love that smell so much. Um, Whenever we need to take kind of like a little reprieve from our desks, who doesn't every now and again, we work our way to that sample shelf and just give a little once over. And it's such a nice little reset button. It's so beautiful in that sensory way. I did
Yeah.
also want to touch on one thing going back to Extreme Protect is that, regardless of what time of year it is, but especially as we get into the warm months, there are individuals that just don't care for sunscreen. And it's because they haven't found one that they want to use yet. And that's the best sunscreen, right? Is one that you actively reach for. It's just an automatic part of your routine because you love how it makes your skin feel. And that's absolutely Extreme Protect. Eclipse is very much that way as well for me. I love them both. But having that Blu-ray protection as well, or that blue light protection as well, is so important. As a note to our clients or anyone watching that is like, I don't need SPF. I have a desk job. I'm inside all day. I never see the sun. But the thing is that if you're under fluorescent lighting, if you're in front of that computer day in and day out, and you know that that's your routine, my friend, you need that Blu-ray protection, that blue light protection. And I'm so excited because not all SPFs offer that.
Yeah, and all of the SPFs in our line have that blue light protection. So you will be covered, because that is one of, is going to be a cause of aging. Even just sitting in the dark in front of our computers all day long, that is aging us as well. So we definitely need to be protected. But exactly, like you said, the best sunscreen is the one that you'll use every day. So you have to find the one that you like. The best part about our sunscreens is that they go on really smoothly. They don't leave a white cast. And that's because we use transparent titanium and micronized zinc. So nanoparticles that are really going to blend easily into the skin. So you won't have that cast, which is really nice.
I love that. Another hero ingredient is superoxide dismutase. Let's talk about it. This is an ingredient that's been around for some time, but I feel like it's really starting to gain traction. I'm starting to see so much more of it. So let's talk about it. What is this ingredient? How does it benefit us? I know that we can get it in natural sources from broccoli and kale, spinach, internally, but topically, how does it help us, Allison?
Yeah, so superoxide dismutase is an intrinsic antioxidant. Intrinsic means it's found within the body. So it's bioidentical to what's found in the body. So with superoxide dismutase, I actually like to call it the Energizer Bunny of ingredients.
Okay.
What it does is it protects our skin from free radical damage and from pollution. And it basically absorbs the free radicals without damaging the skin. But the Energizer Bunny component of it, a typical antioxidant, think of like your vitamin C serum. A typical antioxidant, when it fights a free radical, it gives the free radical its electron, and then that antioxidant is depleted, meaning it can no longer fight for us. But with superoxide dismutase, it works on a continual loop. It's a renewable antioxidant. So when it fights the free radical, it's able to renew itself and fight again. That's the Energizer Bunny, right? It keeps going, going, and going for us. Um, the superoxide dismutase, like I said, it's so important against fighting free radicals, but also pollution, which is really important for where we live and moving into fire season, especially like here in Northern California. So we definitely want to give our skin that double protection. Superoxide dismutase is found in two of my ultimate favorite products, the Gen X C serum and the reparative moisture emulsion. These are two products that I use every single day. The Gen X C serum, which is what Lauren is holding up right now, that is one of our vitamin C's. It's our most potent vitamin C, actually. It contains 20% L-ascorbic acid. It has three different types of those extreme enzymes that we had mentioned prior. And then it has obviously the superoxide dismutase. It has a little bit of mixed fruit acid, so it's mildly exfoliating. And it has Kakadu plum extract, so it's going to be extremely, extremely antioxidant rich. But the coolest thing about Gen XC is basically we call it the future of skincare. There's really nothing like it on the market. When Gen XC is applied topically to the skin, it figures out which genes are lacking or not functioning at their full potential, and it will turn those genes back on. So it does a little bit different for everybody. It's going to find out, do you need more hydration? Do you need more brightness? Do you need more collagen formation? And it will turn those genes back on to start working again for us. So what it basically does is it makes the skin act younger than it actually is. Pretty cool.
I love that. Who doesn't want their skin to act younger than what it already is? That's amazing.
And then,
you
yeah,
know,
let's talk about. Oh, go ahead. Did you want
no,
to say
I was
something
just
about
going to
Gen
say
Z?
it's such a it feels so nourishing for being such a lightweight serum. I
Mhm.
feel like something that's packed with so many wonderful, nourishing, and active ingredients, active for lack of better phrasing, ingredients typically will have a little bit of a weight to it or a stick, but that really just soaks into the skin beautifully, doesn't leave any kind of film. It looks so healthy in comparison.
Yeah. So the Gen XC basically, when our clinical study that we did, when it was, we found about this upregulating of these genes, it actually picked up 291, something along those numbers, different types of genes. So it's fixing that many different areas of concern for our skin, which is, pretty amazing. And like I said, it's at the forefront. We do believe that we're going to start seeing more of this gene therapy and epigenetics, which is it's basically the study of how our genes message and talk to each other. So we're going to start seeing this concept more in our products in the future. So stay tuned.
Oh, that's so exciting. And you also mentioned reparative moisture emulsion. I don't have that with me, but I love the feel of that cream. Can you talk about that a little bit more?
Yes, absolutely. So the reparative moisture emulsion, it is so beautiful on the skin. It has this silky texture to it, so it just glides on. Your makeup sits beautifully on top. I love it as a makeup primer. It gives you what we call the Is Clinical Glow, which is just like this beautiful dewiness to the skin. Yes. But the reparative moisture emulsion is our most popular daytime and nighttime moisturizer. So you can use it day or night. You can use it day and night. It is a fully regenerative product. There are no exfoliants in it or resurfacers. So you can use it on top of another resurfacing product, like the Active Peel System
Yeah.
or the Active Serum at night. So, and it's safe for all skin types. So whether you have very sensitive skin or rosacea prone skin, the reparative moisture emulsion is safe to use. In addition to obviously the superoxide dismutase, it has the extreme enzymes as well. We also have glycosaminoglycans, or we call those GAGs for short.
Okay.
And those are going to help with skin firmness and loss of elasticity in the skin. And we have our copper tripeptide 1, which is going to grow healthy new collagen over time. And who doesn't need more collagen growth in their life, right?
Yeah. Oh, I love that. That's amazing. It really is one of those very surprising moisturizers because it leaves the skin feeling so hydrated and so nourished so that you'd imagine that it's a really rich, thick cream. But it goes on seamlessly and it feels like nothing's there, but like in the best way possible. It's such a lightweight but hearty hydrator.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I was like, it's super lightweight, but it really packs a punch. It's both penetrating and surface hydration, so you're getting the best of both worlds. And our clinical director, Dr. Charlene DeHaven, she says that the reparative moisture emulsion is the biggest bang for your buck because for the ingredients that are in it, it should be way more expensive than it is, but we really wanted it to be accessible to everybody. And so, definitely go and get that one for sure.
Absolutely. I love that one. um, so, another thing that has been kind of buzzing around more lately in the skincare world is something that admittedly I don't feel like I'm fully comprehending. So, I would love to hear your thoughts on this about thiamine dimers. It's just, how would you describe them? How do they affect the skin? And I've done a lot of research and trying to look into peer-reviewed studies, but I'm not finding something that's really quite clicking for me. Could you help us to better understand it?
Yes, of course. Thymic dimers is it's a tricky concept to wrap your head around. It's also, kind of hard to say and it's also hard to spell, but thymine dimers are basically, it's a type of DNA damage, and it occurs when free radicals hit the cells. So what happens is when our DNA is damaged, it sustains these free radical hits. So in our DNA double helix, thymines are supposed to bind with adenines. But when free radicals hit the cells, what happens is a thymine then binds with another thymine. And this causes the DNA double helix to twist and become distorted. And when the DNA helix twists and becomes distorted, it's unable to give the correct instructions to the cell. And we need correct instructions for just proper skin health and functioning. So basically, when there is thymine dimer bonds, I would say, what happens is we get accelerated photoaging and we get increased risk of skin cancer. So it's extremely important to prevent this thymine dimer bond. And basically, the best way to defend it is with our DNA protection. So everything that we've been talking about today, the extreme enzymes and the superoxide dismutase and our antioxidant protection, that is what's going to prevent these thymine bonds from happening, which is then going to help to protect our skin against skin cancer and photoaging. When we have DNA protection, we have preserved DNA structure, and we have preserved DNA function. And when we have preserved DNA function, we have decreased velocity of aging, we have less cancer risk, we have better immunity, and we have better synthesis of all molecules required for proper skin health. So the best products to really protect against this thymine dimer production that we found is that Extreme Protect products, those Extreme Protect SPF products that we have. One of our clinical studies on this product is pretty amazing because it had less thymine dimer protection when wearing it in the sun than we did in the dark while we were sleeping with no sun present.
Wow. Oh, that's
I always say
incredible.
like thymine dimers are the precursors to skin cancer. And so it's just going to help to prevent that risk. But like I said, all antioxidants, all extreme enzymes, superoxide dismutase, all of those specific DNA protecting ingredients, that's what's going to protect us from that thymine bond.
That's fantastic. So we want to bubble wrap that DNA to help prevent that bond. I love
Mhm.
that. And you could look in almost any direction, I feel like, with his clinical and land on exactly what you need for that surface protection. That's incredible.
Yeah, I know that concept is it's very sciencey, right? It's very scientific, and some people don't really want to go that deep, but then there's people that like that. So
And at Art of Skincare, we love that. um, when Gina and I work with our clients, when Morgan works with her acne clients, we have a habit of oversharing information, and we just can't help it because we love to know how this ingredient works, how it's benefiting you, and how it's helping you get your skin to that optimal best health. So thank you so much for taking the time to really explain that, because I feel like I have a much better understanding of it. Because again,
Mhm.
it is very clinical, but that's why your is clinical. And because like I said, I'm reading through these peer-reviewed studies, and it was just info dumping. So I really feel like you helped to really concise put that into a concise explanation. So I appreciate you. Um, and so, with that in mind, I mean, we've already covered some of our favorites, but I have a couple of what I would consider to be summer essentials within the Is Clinical line. What would yours be?
Yeah, so obviously summer essentials, you need an extremely good antioxidant, and you need a good sun protection, a good SPF. Those are like the two main summer essentials needed, because what that's going to do is it's going to give you a double defense against DNA damage, right? Against that thymine dimer bonds and formation. So your antioxidant serum, we all know that our vitamin C serum.
Mhm.
You can use the Pro Heal Serum Advanced Plus, the Super Serum Advanced Plus, or the Gen X C Serum. Those are three vitamin C serums, and those are going to give you the antioxidant protection that you need. And then you have your sunscreen, whether it's the Eclipse SPF 50 or the Extreme Protect SPF 30 and 40. So basically your antioxidant serum is going to give you, it acts as a shield for when our sunscreen fails us because we didn't reapply, or maybe we sweat it off, things like that. So that antioxidant serum is going to give you that underlying layer. I sometimes like to call the vitamin C our 401k because it's going to help us further down the line than it is like right now. We're going to see more improvements. So if you have a photo of someone that did not use a vitamin C, and then you have a photo of someone that did for 5 years, the person that wore their vitamin C every single day is going to show fewer visible signs of aging. So it's like our shield for the future, I like to say.
I
But those
love
are
that.
two non-negotiable, have to have good antioxidant serum and good sunscreen.
I couldn't agree more. Absolutely. Um, I personally love the Gen XC serum. That's an absolute favorite of mine. It's a staple for summer, I would say. And then, there's this ongoing debate about which one feels more hydrating between Eclipse and Extreme. And honestly, you'll get a different answer from anyone that you ask in our office. And both of them have that beautiful creamy feel. They both feel like you're getting both protection and hydration, but I personally feel like Extreme Protect feels has a little bit more hydration to it. Would you agree with that, or would you say that Eclipse does?
No, definitely. The Extreme Protect absolutely has more of a hydrating factor to it. Um, Now, the Eclipse still is a little hydrating because it has vitamin E, so it's going to be a little hydrating for the skin, but the Extreme Protect is definitely a step up
I
for
love
sure.
it. Okay. And then I would have to say it's a more unorthodox choice for me, but a summer staple for me as well is actually going to be the hydro cooling mask.
Oh, the Hydra Intensive Cooling
Hydro
Mask?
intensive cooling mask. Forgive me, it's a long name. But I love that mask in the summer just because, as the name suggests, it feels so cooling and so soothing. And I actually love to use it as a sleeping mask. I just put it all over. So I put on my normal serums as I typically would, and then I just put that all over. It doesn't feel sticky or heavy at all. And I just wake up in the morning, my skin just feels so hydrated. I absolutely love that product.
Yeah, I actually use the Hydra Intensive Cooling Mask Sunday night. I absolutely love it. I did it actually all over my body.
I love that.
So the Hydra Intensive Cooling Mask, I mean, it says it right in the name. It's super hydrating and it has a cooling sensation, but it's very calming and soothing to the skin. It's loaded with antioxidants and anti-inflammatories. And like you said, put a really thin layer on, sleep in it, and you wake up with beautiful glowing skin. If you accidentally get a sunburn, it is phenomenal on sunburn. It reduces the erythema or the redness in the burn, and it will help to hopefully prevent any peeling and flaking as well. It has aloe leaf in it, so it's very cooling, calming, soothing.
I love that. Let's see here. So, those are all of the questions that I had chosen for today. But I do believe that we have a few that have come in through the live chat. So, just give me one moment and let me go ahead and pull those up. Let's see here. Let's see. Okay, so, oh, I love this question. And I'm totally going to leave this to you, Allison. So, when is a good age to start anti aging products?
When you're born.
Right? Because there are
Um,
things that you can always do from an early age to help at least give yourself that environmental support, right? So, using a vitamin C and a quality SPF, is fantastic.
yeah, so obviously, as a baby, our moms load us with the SPF, and that should never stop. That's why it says, as a baby. So you're always going to want to use your SPF. And like we said, even when it's raining outside, even if you're, on the East Coast and it's snowing, you still need to use your SPF because it's going to protect against that free radical damage as well. But, usually anti-aging, we want to start in our early 20s, really, for, the older we get, the faster our aging is accelerated. So the more you can prevent early on, the better. It's easier to prevent than to correct.
Absolutely. I completely agree. Let's see here. Let's go. Ooh, okay. This is fun. So this is actually from Celine, and I love this question. So, Allison, can you please give us a quick rundown of the difference between the three vitamin C serums? And I'll get those pulled up as well.
Yes, absolutely. Let's start with ProHeal. So ProHeal Serum Advanced Plus, that is our healing vitamin C. ProHeal promotes healing. So this is going to be for any kind of skin that needs to heal. Usually our rule, we say, is your skin red? Is it irritated? Is it inflamed? Then you need ProHeal. It's going to reduce any inflammation and redness in the skin. It's going to improve dryness, rosacea prone skin, flushing, sensitive skin, sunburned skin, eczema, psoriasis, like all those things. Oh, and you can even put it on mosquito bites and poison ivy in the summer. It's going to help to heal that as well.
I am
So that,
going to put that to the test because I've been spending a lot more time outdoors weeding and I am paying the price right now.
yes, use your Pro Heal.
Perfect. Love it.
Then we have, so Pro Heal, remember that's your healing.
Mhm.
Then we have Super Serum Advanced Plus. And that is more, I like to say, age defying. So that one is going to be for wrinkles, pigmentation, or scars. And we also like to say for that one, it's BLT, not the sandwich, but BLT, super serum is going to brighten, it's going to lighten, and it's going to tighten.
I love
Remember
that.
that. And then we have the Gen XC, which we talked to, a little bit in the beginning here, but the Gen XC is going to be your repairing and renewing vitamin C. So that's going to be for more damaged skin, like sun damage, a little bit more mature skin, more dryness and brightness in the skin, pigmentation, it improves, collagen formation, all of that good stuff. So that's your repairing and renewing. So we have Pro Heal for healing.
Mhm.
We have Super Serum for age defying. And then we have the Gen XC for repair and renewing.
I love that. Thank you. And so we have Joseph. Hi, Joseph. He says, please release larger sizes of the Super Serum Advanced Plus. I go through it very fast because it's amazing. And I concur.
Yeah.
Well, beautiful. Let's see here. Are there any other questions? Oh, let's see. See. Okay. So let's see here. This individual, AJ, says, I love all things is clinical. Um, I had an IPL session that went awry years ago and my skin never healed. Even though I've tried different products such as recovery and vitamin A's, do you think that Super Serum Advance would be effective for this skin? So it
I'm
sounds like
assuming,
they have some scarring and they're looking for wound healing. So what would be the most reparative serum for them? It sounds like their barrier might be a bit compromised as well.
yeah, so definitely Super Serum Advanced Plus. So Super Serum has two wound healers in it. It has both Centella Asiatica, which is a super antioxidant that stimulates collagen synthesis and promotes wound healing in the skin. And it also has the copper tripeptide 1 to not only grow healthy new collagen over time, but it also is a great wound healer as well. And then you're going to have two lighteners. So if they had any pigmentation as a result of that Oride laser, it has both arbutin and kojic acid, which is going to help to lighten and brighten the skin, and obviously your vitamin C. So yes, I would say super serum is the best vitamin C to help to decrease the effects of that laser.
Beautiful. Thank you. I love that. All right, let's see. Do we have any other questions, Ben? Fabulous. All right. So we got through all of our questions. And I think that this has been so informative. I really appreciate you taking the time to have this interview with us today, Allison.
Thank you for having me. I loved it. It was so much fun.
Absolutely. I hope to have you back on soon. But I hope you have a fabulous rest of your day. And everyone, just as a reminder, we do go live at artofskincare.com every weekday at 10 a.m. So you can find me every Wednesday. And then every Thursday is the best opportunity to reach out to our live and watch Celine discuss all things acne. So she'll definitely have a fun show for you guys tomorrow. But again, thank you so much, Allison. And I hope you have